Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Fresh Start Show. This is Tom Cortez. I am the co-host of the show. Dr. DeMonte Holt is on his way to be the keynote speaker for the Arizona Bar Association. He speaks to them regarding trauma and to be able to do trauma-informed sentencing. We always say it, do we care why somebody has done a crime? If somebody did a burglary to feed a habit or they did it to feed their children, we should be concerned for the reasons because we can help them either way. And that's what we do at Fresh Start. And the Fresh Start show this Saturday morning is the third Saturday, which is the ABC Saturday, A Better Community, with Treon Coleman. We have a special guest coming on today. But I'm going to tell you about a few of our events that we got coming up, and here it is. We got Warrants Day on July 13th at Goodwill of Southern Arizona, 1940 East Silver Lake. 1940 East Silver Lake, and that's going to go from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and we're going to have the judges from the city courts and the justice courts out there to do warrant resolutions. We're also going to have resources out there. We're going to have the Arizona law students out there to help you get ready for the October event, which is going to be October 19th, is going to be the expo at the Tucson Convention Center. And that's going to be from 9 to 1 a.m. And we are going to have everybody out there, the Superior Court, the Justice Courts, the City Courts, the Juvenile Courts. And we're going to be doing everything that we usually do. When we do this event July 13th, if you need to start preparing paperwork for the October event, we need you to come down there on that day and start that paperwork so that you are prepared to go before a judge within 30 to 45 minutes in October when we do the big event. We need you to have all of that stuff done because that just accelerates the process for the lawyers. And once they have all of the paperwork, they can present it to a judge and get you before a judge, unless there's a case where you have to do notification, which in that case they set a date for you. Like in my case, they set a date 2 weeks later, and then I was granted my voting rights. So as a reminder, July 31st, we are voting in Pima County. Please go to the website. Find out what we are voting for, what we are voting on, who we are voting for. The sheriff is up for re-election. I can go into that, but we're not going to right now. Okay, the county attorney, who is a dear friend of Fresh Start, Laura Conover, she is up for re-election, and we are asking you to go out and vote for her. Go out and vote for people who have recidivism in mind and stopping the recidivism rate from keeping on to grow. And we ask you to please go out to the voting polls and make your voice heard, as I will for the first time in 40 years. I'm going to go to the voting polls and be able to vote and have my voice heard. Amen. So, hey, with no further ado, A Better Community, Treon Coleman, he's my brother from a different state, but we're pretty much from the right side of the Macon County line. So yes. We're on the right side of that war. So, amen. But we have the Arizona Coalition for Change here, and the Southern Arizona director is Darila Quintana. And I'm going to throw it over to Treon, and he's going to introduce her and talk to her about what they do. It's absolutely extraordinary, and I was just reading about it before the show, and I'm going to let her explain it because it sounds so much better from somebody that knows. So, Treon, bring it in.
Let's go. Let's give it up for Tom Cortez this Saturday morning, this Father's Day weekend morning. Shout out to all the fathers out there across Southern Arizona, Pima County, Tucson. Hey, that's what it's all about, man. We want to salute you no matter where you are, whether you are a biological father, a grandfather, a father by kin, or just by showing positivity, man. We salute you here at Fresh Start, because at Fresh Start, everyone deserves a fresh start. So that's what we wanted to make sure that you know that this Saturday morning. Hey, like I tell you, on behalf of A Better Community Connections account, we greet you in love. Good morning, Carmen Coleman. She might not be here with me in the studio this morning, but that's my wife, my partner in crime, so we cannot do this work without her being there supporting me. So here, we got to jump into it. Like I tell you, any day that ends in Y is a great day. So Monday is a great day. Tuesday is a great day. Wednesday is a great day. Thursday is a great day. Friday is a great day. Saturday morning right now is a great day. And tomorrow, Sunday, is a great day. So we're going to do something a little bit different this morning. Usually I come and tell you about all the great things that's happening with ABC, which you already kind of know that. But hey, we're bringing someone to you. The person that I'm bringing to you is Darila Quintana. And what I'm telling you about Darila is I've been knowing her about 1.5 years now. And the beautiful thing about our relationship is she continues to show what it means to arrive at a better, more connected community. Arizona Coalition for Change is considered our 2024 official venue community underwriter. What does that mean? Every month we go to the Dunbar every first Wednesday, and we're able to make an impact only because Arizona Coalition for Change goes to bat for us. They support us financially and actually show up every time we have an event. So shout out to Arizona Coalition for Change and their leadership for believing in our small grassroots movement. With that, I am going to ask Darila Quintana to introduce herself so you can show her some love throughout 106.3 land. And then we're going to get into the interview. Darila, good morning.
Good morning, Trehan. How are you?
I'm better now because you're here. So, hey, now that you're in the building, it's early, you're waking up. So go ahead and tell us about what you do with Arizona Coalition for Change.
Okay, I'm the Southern Arizona Director for Arizona Coalition for Change. I was attracted and still attracted to Arizona Coalition for Change because we're about community and about creating change, focusing, of course, on positive change. So we are a Black-led organization, and we do focus on people of color. I do believe in the mission of Arizona Coalition for Change. That does include transforming our community by making positive changes within the community. So we also include civic power and developing future leaders here in Arizona.
Wow. Darila gave us a whole lot of information, but what Darila is not telling you is she is the embodiment of community. She is the embodiment of change. And that was what led us to be able to know and get to know Arizona Coalition for Change. She was kind of the first person I met outside of Dr. Reginald Bowden, who serves as the founder of Arizona Coalition for Change. So Darila, watch this. Now that I know a little bit about you and your background, can you kind of tell us what's the mission of Arizona Coalition for Change, and how does that mission turn into making impact here in Southern Arizona?
Okay, well, we're a Black-led organization with a dynamic multicultural team.
Mm-hmm.
So our mission includes empowering and transforming our community, like I said before, by making positive change within our community. So this does include civic power, developing future leaders, to make sure that all voices are represented by putting people first. We not only empower our generations of today, but we're setting a foundation towards success for the generations to come, because it will impact your children, my son, my kids, grandkids, everyone in the future. So we want to make sure that we set a foundation towards success for the generations to come. So with the ability to empower our community, it lets us know and it lets the community know that there is hope every day, and that everyone has the power, or you can say, I have the power to do anything.
Wow. Have the power to do anything. And what I love about that, Tom Cortese and Darila, that you said that really resonated with me is the movement is the people's movement. And you say you strive to keep the people first. So let me ask you this. If you had to think about this off the top of your head, Darila, how many events do you think that Arizona Coalition for Change just here in Southern Arizona have been to, have supported? Just a random number, just to let people hear throughout the radio land how many times that you're out there really doing the work here in the community.
Well, we try to participate in at least 2 events every month, if not more. I know in the first quarter alone, we attended 7 to 8 events within the community.
Okay.
3 of those, of course, being with you, with ABC, Connections That Count. And then we also participated in the Martin Luther King event at Reed Park. We also did the kickoff at the University of Arizona.
Okay.
So there's multiple different events that we participate in. We'll also be participating in the Juneteenth event at Keno Sports Park.
Later today? Okay, later today. You're going to be, so watch this. I was
Come
waiting
on.
for it. So later today, from 4 to 10, Tucson Juneteenth Festival will take place at 2500. I'm going to give you the address correctly so you don't get mad at me. What is that address? I am so glad you asked. That address is 2500 East Ajo Way. Again, 2500 East Ajo Way from 4 to 10 p.m. So you just heard it from Darila that she will be there representing the Arizona Coalition for Change. And happy Juneteenth weekend, everyone. It's going to be amazing. So, hey, we wanted to make sure we threw that plug. Shout out to Tucson Juneteenth Festival. Shout out to the board. Shout out to Larry D. Starks. Shout out to the committee members that's putting together an awesome event that will take place today. And as you know, we've had some events take place all week, and there are going to be a couple of events next week. So I wanted to make sure I did that plug. All right, back to Arizona Coalition for Change. Here we go, Darila. Here go a question you're going to have to dig really deep. What is one thing about Arizona Coalition for Change that the greater Tucson community might not know about?
Well, one thing they probably don't know about is that we are deeply invested in the community. Since we opened the office in 2019, we're ensuring that people have a voice by registering people to vote.
Mm-hmm.
So we currently have registered over 10,000 voters in Pima County
What?
alone.
10,000?
Tucson.
Yeah, it's 11,000. I was just reading that.
11,000,
Yeah, it's
okay.
11,400 and something.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's super cool. They got and they got a youth program that is promoting it, and really cool.
Wow.
So we'll be at the Juneteenth event. We'll have a table set up so that we can register people to vote. A lot of people aren't aware that if you didn't vote in the last 2 elections, they will actually deactivate your registration.
Wow.
It also includes city elections, so a lot of people don't feel like city elections are important,
Yeah.
but they are important as well. If you've moved, changed your address, you need to update that so we can help you do all of that. The other thing a lot of people aren't aware of is if you're going to be 18th before election, be 18 years old before the election day, they can actually go ahead and register to vote now.
Wow,
They don't
great
have to
information.
wait until the day they turn 18. So we do assist people with setting that up so that they're already registered to vote. Since this is an important election this year, we need everyone's voice to be heard, and we need everybody to get out there, register to vote, and then make sure you follow up by actually voting.
Wow. Darila just dropped nuggets, Tucson.
Wow.
It's early in the morning, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we just received like 5 nuggets in 60 seconds. So again, that's the power of community, a better community, bringing people who are community, who love community, who have resources to share. So what I'm sharing with you about this, Darila is not only sharing what she believes, but she's about change. In order to be about change, you have to be able to share change. So we appreciate Arizona Coalition for Change for being about change and serving as our 2024 A Better Community official venue community underwriter. We couldn't do the work that we do each month at the Dunbar without them. Oh, here we go, Darila. Another question. Tell me about what problems that may exist with Arizona Coalition for Change, or some problems that Arizona Coalition for Change are solving here in Southern Arizona.
Well, we're educating the community and empowering everyday people to have their voices uplifted and heard. So there are 7 different issues that we focus on in our community and what we care most about as an organization. So I'll give you a list of those 7. It's the voting rights, economic justice, environmental justice, educational justice, racial justice, youth justice, and immigration rights. So some of the ways that we do this is by going door to door and attending the different events within the Tucson community. So every year our focus is based on what the community needs at the moment.
Okay.
So we're deeper invested when the community lets us know what issues we need to focus on based on the conversations that we have with them if we're out in the community or if we're doing the door-to-door canvassing. And so we try to get input from people as well when we're attending different community events.
Okay. So let me ask you this. So if I look at this right, so you've been in Southern Arizona since 2019 with an office, right?
Yes.
So tell me, Darila, where is your office located?
It's at 4500 East Speedway Boulevard, Suite 8.
Suite 8, 4500 East Speedway Boulevard, Suite 8. So, Darila, so if someone is empowered, they want to learn more about Arizona Coalition for Change, is it safe to say they can come down to 4500 East Speedway Boulevard, Suite 8, and they can come talk to you?
They most definitely can.
Watch this, Tucson. You heard it from the Southern Arizona Director for Arizona Coalition for Change that they are not only sharing information, but they are accessible. They're doing canvassing. They're community, and they're about community. They're about change. They're about civic power. You've heard their 7 points of how they make Tucson a better community. That's what it's all about. And the last question we have for you, Darila, so we can throw it back over to Tom Cortese, is this: is there a success story directly linked to Arizona Coalition for Change? And if there is a success story, go ahead and tell everybody here on Fresh Start about it so we can be empowered.
Okay, so yes, most definitely there is a success story. So our priority is developing leaders, decision makers, change makers. So we have different fellowship programs that we've invested in. So one of our programs is called the Young Black Organizer Project. So it's a civic engagement fellowship that empowers the next generation of Black organizers. So the fellows are given the platform, mentorship, and tools to become the next leaders, and to make change in our community. So a couple of the ones I can mention, we have people that went through the fellowship program. It's an executive director as well as elected officials in Arizona.
Wow.
So currently the only state Black legislature in Arizona went through our YBOP program.
Wow. Okay.
And is serving currently.
It's serving currently. Wow. That is a success story, not just in Tucson, but the state of Arizona. So you now get to hear from the one and only Darila Quintana of the information and the impact that they're having with Arizona Coalition for Change. So Tucson, Fresh Start, everyone, let's give it up for Darila Quintana for doing a great interview. And on behalf of ABC Connections That Count, my beautiful wife, we want to say thank you for believing in us. The success story that we have for Arizona Coalition for Change is when we started as a grassroots movement back in May of 2023, we did not have an underwriter. So community members came together and they pitched in to make it happen. Once we got to January the 1st, 2024, we needed someone who believes in our work and not just say they believe, but put their money where their mouth is. Arizona Coalition for Change and their Southern Arizona Director, Darila Quintana, to advocate for us with their leadership that's headquartered out of Phoenix, and now we're able to do a lot of the work that we do because of them. So Tucson, please help us thank Arizona Coalition for Change, because they're not only canvassing, they're not only making it a better community, but they are showing us what it looks like to be collaborative. A lot of people do a lot of work, but they do not focus on collaboration. What I'm sharing with you is please connect with this organization because they're big on that. You can follow them on their website, azc4c.org. Again, their website is azc4c.org. For those of you who might not want to go to the website, you can always go to their Instagram page. They can be followed at azc4c. They make it real simple. Whoever their marketing people are genius. And then if you really say, I don't do the website, I don't do Instagram, they have a Facebook page. You can go to their Facebook page, which is Arizona Coalition for Change. We have enjoyed Darila Quintana being here, and like I said, she's going to stay here for the rest of the show, but we're going to give it back to Tom Cortese. Let's go!
Thank you, Darila. Thank you, Arizona Coalition for Change. This is really cool that I just read. Amidst the pandemic, underserved and underrepresented communities face disproportionate obstacles in order to participate in the 2020 general election. In response, Arizona Coalition for Change and our partners with Mi Familia Vota made history in winning a preliminary injunction to extend the voter registration deadline. This allowed over 42,000 Arizonans to register to vote, regardless of party, and catalyzed one more step towards creating equity in our democratic process. We're always screaming about voting rights here, and I'm always singing about getting my voting rights back and being able to have that voice, and for you guys to be able to encourage people to use that voice is just wonderful, and we thank you for that. We thank you for sharing it with our listeners. We thank A Better Community, and like I'm always saying, it's been over a year now that we've been supporting A Better Community, and you're coming out to the events at A Better Community, and we're getting people to support A Better Community and Treon and this movement and all of these things. And I keep asking you every week, okay, every month, when you come out, bring somebody.
Yes, sir.
And this year, I'm going to ask for a little more. Okay, kids need laptops right now. Kids need backpacks filled with school supplies
That's
right
true.
now.
Yes, sir.
Kids need support to move into the next stage so that they don't have to worry about looking different from the other kids because they don't have what the other kids have. Bring something. When you come, don't just bring somebody, bring something with you, okay? And if we bring something, because I'm telling you what, if it's one thing I know from Treon's going to be there. He's going to show up every month. He's going to make sure he's there. He's going to make sure the people that can help you move forward and flourish are going to be there. So support A Better Community. I mean, Arizona Coalition for Change is underwriting and supporting A Better Community. Get on board with this movement. Every month when we get this opportunity that I get to tell you that as people of color, you are going to go to these events and you are going to see people that look like you, are shaped like you, and are the same color as you, and they're professional and they're established and they're successful. And that may not be what you're used to seeing in people that look like you. But when you start to see that on a regular basis, you start believing that in yourself. And that's something, one of the biggest things that I believe A Better Community is able to do, and they have established by coming every month and showing up like we talk about, bro. And by showing up, he makes sure that you have a safe place for all people to come together and share. And share not only in their successes, but in their failures, because we can move forward and move beyond those failures when we get together and we talk about them. And then we can get the tools that are necessary for us to become successful. Chime in, bro.
Man, that's what it's all about. So, Darila, we want to make you the honorary Fresh Start recipient. If you want to, is there anything else? A lot of people don't know this. Darila, this was her first time on air this morning, but she killed it. Good. So let's give it up for Darila. So, all right, you got anything before we turn it back over to Tom?
Sure. Just to mention something real quick, we are currently hiring canvassers to work to do voter registration or different programs that we have going on. So if anyone's interested, they can go to our website. They can contact us at our office. And the pay starts around $22 an hour. And with it being a very important election year, we need to make sure that everyone is registered and that people get out and vote. That's the only way we're going to see a positive change.
Awesome. Y'all heard that from the actual Southern Arizona director. If you want a job, hit up Arizona Coalition for Change and tell whoever answered the phone that Darila told you to call them. All right, Tom Cortese, let's go.
Here we go. Fresh Start, the clinic is July 13th, 9 to 1, 1940 East Silver Lake Road. We're going to be there from 9 to 1, and the judges are going to be there quashing warrants. And if you're leaving the house looking over your shoulder, you need to be there on July 13th, so you don't have to be looking over your shoulder anymore. We got dads that aren't with their kids because they're ducking and dodging these warrants that they got. Come out there and let's get it quashed so you can get back in with your kids, so you don't have to be looking over your shoulder, so you don't come to that catastrophic incident where you just get pulled over for some fluke and you got a warrant and they're taking you to jail, they're impounding your vehicle, and you're going to lose your job, you're going to have to pay for the tow, all of that. Don't do it. Come out there July 13th. We're going to be out there from 9 to 1. We're going to have the judges out there. We're going to have DK out there. They're going to be doing clothes and stuff like that. Sports clips. Our heroes are going to be out there doing haircuts. Come on out there. We're going to have resources for behavioral health, mental health. We're going to have jobs. We're going to have resources for housing. So please come out there. Arizona at Work is going to be out there with us. And then the big expo is going to be October 19th, and we're going to have Superior Court and everybody out there for that. And what we always do, it's going to be the big one. But hey, 13th, come on out there and let's quash those warrants so that we can start moving throughout the city without having to look over our shoulder. Have a great Saturday. Find a church and go to on Sunday, and have a fresh start each day. When you wake up, just find the love and the care that you can show and support another.